This is just a quick demo to show um, both the way one can crop and also the effect it will have when you go to add it to the application. So first of all, let's assume we have this little new bird, angry bird, and we have this one image, red bird in the sky, which I'm going to open with, I happen to have Photoshop on here. Photoshop, and here he is, he's open. I noticed just by eyeballing it, the dimensions aren't square, and I'm really going to shoot for square now. So we decided. So if I check either the image size or canvas size, I'll see, obviously it's not square, but also get the idea of the pixels. So the small side is 809 pixels. So I have a couple options for cropping. I can actually come over here, and the crop tool is, depending on your version of Photoshop or whatever, excuse me, rectangular marquee tool is very useful. So along here, different settings, but the most important thing is right now it's set to fixed ratio, which whatever I do size-wise, it's actually set to be 1 by 1, meaning I'll have a perfect square. So I can go like this and size it kind of dynamically to decide like that's a good size for the picture, but not quite right, so I'll move it a little, get the little prompt in that. So there's my new squared image, as big as I possibly could get there. Or an alternative would be to change it from fixed ratio to fixed size. So if we knew the height was something like 802, I forget what it was now, but let's say 802, and we just do 802 here as well. Then when we come to do this, it immediately makes a block approximately, the full height of what we had. So we lose as little as possible. But again, I kind of like the using the fixed ratio 1 to 1 and then doing it that way. By the way, I'm hitting Command D to get rid of the selection, and that way I can kind of dynamically play with it a little better. So let's say I like that, and I actually do want the caw. Like that. Let's see if I can get all this. Yeah, I think so. So get that with the caw. That's my new square. I'll just come here and do an image crop. All set. And then I'll save the file again, just saving it since it's just a JPEG. Quality is 8 high, good enough. Okay, so I can close that, close Photoshop. So now I have a little square here for red bird in the sky, JPEG. That's part one, that's cropping. Let's switch over to the application. Let's see if I can log in here. Oops, I got an issue with this. I don't know if this happens to you, if it's just me, particularly with Chrome. Got something wacky going on. Okay, sign in. Okay, so if I go to admin, I can go to just see all the birds. Excuse me. And you notice I added Angry Bird last night just as another toy bird, but perfectly square for both. I've made them both square so that I get a sense of it down on the phone, what it looks like. And it looks good, by the way. But here we just go right to edit the Angry Bird. And as we come down here, you know the drill. I've got a bunch of birds already here that are square. If I add a new bird, I'm just going to choose my new square file. Let's see. Red bird in the sky. Let's see. Red bird. One. Just another example. And good people. Rovio. I think that's the company that makes Angry Bird. Okay. Save that. It's uploading the file, that's why that takes a while. And as you know from coming along here, we should now be able to see our red bird in the sky. So there's caw. Not really interested too much right now in the sequence of like which one will show up as the thumbnail. It's like, it doesn't really matter. All these guys come in big, original sized as uploaded. They're made into large, medium, and small, or thumb. And if we give it a square, it's going to come out perfectly as 100 by 100, 300 by 300, I think 500 by 500 every time. Anyway, that's all.